So my hands are all washed. Now I'm gonna wash the chicken breast, and I'm gonna start by preheating the oven to, let's say, 380. So while that's preheating, I'm gonna start getting the chicken breast ready. So like I said before, I would only be using 1.5 of the chicken breast. When I went to the store, this is the smallest I found. Smallest and also more affordable, so I went with this one, even though I didn't really need that much. So this one I'm gonna use, and then I'm gonna go with maybe half of this one. And before I start to wash the chicken and stuff, I usually, get rid of any unwanted parts of the chicken. Like, it's the breast, so it has less fat, but it may have a little bit. I try to get off as much of the fat as I can to have a more lean piece of meat for this dish. So yeah, right now I'm just cleaning up all the little fatty pieces as much as I can take off of it. Right, so for this piece, these fatty areas, okay. So I'm pretty much finished taking off as much as I can. So now I'm gonna proceed to wash the chicken. So this is what the chicken is in, and I'm gonna wash it. Alright, so I got it. Okay, so I washed the chicken off, so now I'm gonna grab the vinegar here. There's no measurement to it. It's just basically just ensuring that you pour it all over the chicken. So of course, with more meat, you would need more vinegar. And then you can use lemon that you can squeeze, or you can just buy the bottle from the store and just put a little on it. Then just soak it around a little, then add water and wash. So the chicken breasts are all washed. So now I'm gonna start seasoning the chicken. So just a little chili powder, maybe less than a teaspoon. Just a little of this Southwest Chipotle, and then this is red pepper, and this again maybe 3 shakes. For the Old Bay seasoning, this one has a high sodium content, so for this one you try not to use much. Paprika, love paprika, again like 1, 2, 3 shakes. Garlic powder. I don't want to put too much garlic powder because the ragu sauce that I'm using is roasted garlic flavored Parmesan, so I don't want to overpower the meal with too much garlic. Then onion powder, 3 shakes. Also don't want to overpower it. Onion can also be overpowering. And black pepper, 1, 2, 3 shakes. Now put a top on the container and basically shake the meat around. This This is usually done like days before or a day before, so the seasonings can marinate. But for the respect of time, I'm just gonna do it the day off. Alright, so it's pretty much seasoned right now. This you can put in the refrigerator until now. I'm gonna pour just a little bit of extra virgin olive oil and just brush it on the grill, and that's to stop the chicken from sticking to the grill. So I just got the beef for the oven, so I'm gonna be putting now the chicken breast in the oven. So now I'm just gonna put this in the oven, and while it's in the oven, I'm gonna get started on the veggies. Right, so if you notice, I am reusing a cutting board and knife between each. So from the chicken to the veggies, I ensure I wash it, everything, to prevent cross-contamination. So in cutting my peppers, I don't want it to be too small or too big, so I'm gonna go ahead and say medium size. So I'm gonna cut down red peppers into my meals. Alright, so I have all the peppers cut up here. They look really pretty. As I stated before, I knew it would look like this. Just something about the colors red, yellow, and green for me that I believe is just so beautiful. Alright. So the broccoli is all washed. Now I'm gonna go ahead and cut it into smaller pieces. Okay, so that is good. Then I'm gonna go ahead and start to boil these. And the chicken is still in the oven, and I'm gonna go ahead and check on the chicken. So now I have the spinach, and I'm just gonna start to chop them up in really tiny pieces, as tiny as I can get them. Something else that I learned from just researching and, you know, thinking about what I was going to create for this assignment was that spinach is high in oxalate, and so you should not consume too much of it. Now, with spinach being like, a lot of the times we think something is so healthy and that, you know, eat your greens. We tell the kids it's good for you, and myself, I'm also guilty of eating a lot of spinach. Okay, all right, so it's pretty chopped. I think I'm okay with how chopped it is. And so I'm gonna go ahead and put that into a container and get ready to boil the fettuccine, and I'm gonna do that al dente so it's not too soft, since I'm gonna do another cooking with it when I'm gonna put it in the pan and cook it with everything. So I don't want the fettuccine to be too soft and too hard, just midway. So the broccoli is finished boiled, and I cut up the spinach, and I still have the bell peppers here. So now I'm just giving the chicken breast another minute or two, and then I'm gonna take it out and chop it up. So now I'm starting to cut the chicken breast. As you can see, it's cooked inside. Chopping it into pieces as small as possible. Very moist, I must say, so that's good. That's how you want it to be. So I chopped the chicken up, the chicken breast, into little small cutlets. Have the broccoli ready, and chopped spinach, and the red, yellow, and green bell peppers. They're all in their separate containers, and I'm just waiting for now the fettuccine to be just a little more, maybe I think another minute on it, and then I will start to put everything in the pan, and that's when everything will all come together. The fettuccine is all finished, and I added maybe 1.5 teaspoon of the olive oil to the pan, and it's heated up. So now I'm gonna go ahead and add the fettuccine. Currently adding the Alfredo now to half of the container. Now I'm adding in the baked chicken breast, the broccoli, and the spinach. I don't want the bell peppers to be too cooked, so I'm gonna add that in later after I've already stirred everything up. So now I'm just gonna stir everything up. So the meal is now completed. I'm gonna go ahead and show it to you guys. Here it is. I think it looks really pretty. The colors, the red, the yellow, the green, and the fettuccine. So this is what it turned out to be when I made my plate. And it looks good, so I'm excited to taste it. So guys, that was the meal that I prepared. A spinach and chicken, garlic roasted Alfredo with red, yellow, and green bell peppers. I prepared this meal, or I chose to do this meal because I feel it is a healthy meal. It has food from all the food groups, and the mixture of all the veggies together, I believe, is very nice. I love to have my veggies, and so having them all mixed together to me was very interesting, and that's why I prepared this meal. I hope you guys will enjoy this video, and maybe you guys would want to try it out with the same veggies, or you could use different ones that you prefer. Thank you for watching.